You've experienced personally the
Yes.
Taliban steel telling you the story of David and Goliath.
Well, it's hiding in plain sight, like
I,
many things are.
I'm
You
sorry,
can
what's
just
hiding in plain
go
sight?
there.
What's
Many
hiding in plain
things,
sight?
many things in this world.
Is there a reason you're being so vague? Do you think you're actually...
Yes, there's a definite reason.
What is the reason you're being so vague?
Because I won't be this transparent. Not in a life of this nature.
Of this nature? What is the nature of this life, Liddy?
You already know.
Yes, I do know the nature of the life that I
Thank
created.
you.
So what
Thank
is
you.
the nature of my life? What is the topic here? What do we do?
I can't explain it. I can't. I can't.
You can't explain the nature of my life, but it is a
No,
life of the nature that you would not be transparent in. So why would you request up in the first place? To vaguely
because
say absolutely nothing and prove that you can't question your beliefs, read a prompt, or even have a sober conversation. Is that why you requested up?
no, I'm having a sober conversation.
Fascinating. With who?
Well, this is my truth. This is the most I can say.
Who do you think you're having a sober conversation with right now, Letty?
Something.
Something. I see. So now you will dehumanize the other person in the room. Why would you do that? Is the hatred for things that you don't understand born in you? Like, is that something you've always had, or is it something instilled by this doctrine that you seem to be brainwashed by?
Hmm. Well, when you put it like that, it's the truth
What's the truth,
and
lady?
it's honesty.
What's the truth? Your hatred for
Hmm.
people that you don't understand? Your inability to communicate clearly with people? Is that what truth is?
My hatred for evil.
I see. What is evil, Liddy?
You tell me.
No? Goodbye, Liddy. The biggest L on this panel in a long time. It was so much more than unusual. It just was literally the biggest loss I have seen of critical thought, of coherent conversation. It was just a waste of time, brain cells, energy, effort, breath. I don't know, just Staro. But moving forward from whatever the fuck that weirdness was, if anybody does have a belief in a god or gods, a higher power, or anything like that, and you're actually capable of questioning that belief and coherently understanding that this is alive about questioning beliefs, then go ahead and request on up. Maybe the real evil was the guests we dropped along the way. Hello, Yonatan. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Almost 21.
What year were you born?
Two.
So when you figure out how to do math about the lies you come up to tell, then fuck off anyways, because I'm not going to talk to a liar. I just wasted plenty of time with somebody who is obstinately and incoherently and unable to question their beliefs. I'm not going to waste my time with someone who's just going to lie right off the bat. Hello, North Sea. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, I'm 53. How old
And
are you?
43. And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I talk to God all the time.
Which god?
Oh, the one that says I am.
The one that says I am when?
He says I am here and there.
He says,
I am like green eggs and ham.
Is this Sam I am, Dr. Seuss? Are you being serious, or?
I'm seriously thinking that Dr. Seuss is part of the I am. Are you part of the I am?
How drunk are you?
I float.
Drunk enough to float. Okay, North Sea. Oh no. One of these. Hello, Hammy.
Howdy, howdy.
How are you doing?
You call me right when I'm with the customer.
Of course I did. Of course I did. I was going to ask you how it felt to be identified as evil.
I will say that I'm fine with the evil. Yeah, I've come to terms with that label for myself. Thank you. No, I come to say that I found it very, very hurtful that you said the biggest L we've had on the channel in a while, and you didn't even account for that fact that I might join up on the panel.
That's true. That's true. you might come up here and tell someone they're wrong, and that would also be Mel.
I might do it in a faux Socratic way, though.
Now, why are you wrong?
Exactly. Why are you
I'm sure faux Socrates would be proud.
Probably would.
If you were wrong, what would that look like? That's actually a really good question, both sides. And see, Hammy, that's Socratic.
Well, you see, the thing is if you were wrong, it would look like me. Is all I'm saying.
It's beautiful. If I were wrong, my outlook would be a lot darker, says Toad Modu. I actually remember that from our interview, and I don't know, I wonder if the outlook, that your outlook would be a lot darker, is already a dark outlook. I wonder if that has nothing to do with you being right or wrong. But it might be, this might be a good time, a good opportunity to remind everybody that we are here just questioning beliefs, not debating them, not here to tell you you're wrong. Although Hammy might try. We are here just seeing if you
Oh,
can.
I will definitely try.
We just want to know if you can question your beliefs at all. And if you can, then what is it that you believe, and why do you believe it? But also, this is the perfect opportunity. I can get words out, they work. I just started tonight. This is the perfect opportunity to thank everybody for the 19,000 times you've tapped the screen. I really appreciate all of that. And if you haven't already, like I haven't already, oops, you can. Or just share it with a friend, or maybe even repost the live so that all your followers can see this on their FYP and maybe show up and question their beliefs. I do have my blueberry coffee, Toad Modu. Blueberry coffee is ready to go. Yerza, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I was somewhat disappointed in where I could find blueberry coffee.
Oh, when I told you where to get it.
Yeah, I was somewhat disappointed.
It is a little disappointing, isn't it? It's the store brand, too. They didn't have another brand.
The brand part doesn't really matter because, like, my favorite is their French vanilla. So.
Oh, the creamer,
It's
yeah.
not,
I use that in the blueberry coffee.
No, not the creamer. They actually have a French vanilla coffee.
Oh, no, that's... No. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me because I'm just going to add that flavor to it at the end.
You double up on your French vanilla.
No, why would I do that? It's blueberry coffee. Hammy, keep up.
Well, whenever you do the French vanilla coffee, you do the French vanilla creamer. It's all, you double up on it.
Artificial Red says Wish has a coffee called Blue and Berried. And that's really unfortunate because that's a really good name for a blueberry coffee.
Oh, Deathwish. Deathwish is a fantastic coffee brand.
Wait, what is?
Deathwish. That's what she was
Deathwish.
referring to. Yeah,
Okay, I
Deathwish.
thought she said Wish. And I'm
Yeah,
like
it
Wish
is.
still exists.
No, it's Deathwish, and it is the most highly caffeinated coffee.
I'm gonna have to get that. Oh, you're right, Artificial. I don't know if it will in the chat. I haven't been very censoring on the panel lately. Hey, Kim, did you hear
Nigga,
request
how
it?
Hitler.
Oh, I see.
Nigga, how Hitler.
That's
They
an
don't
interesting
understand
way
the things I post on Twitter.
totally
Nigga, how
understand
Hitler.
that you are a waste of time and space in this. So, don't worry, you'll never be back here. At least not on that account. Oh, well. Thrayle with the worst voice thinks he's cool as he whispers. Thank you for all the love there, Vanilla Gorilla. Appreciate it. Is this a whisper? Really?
No, this is, for those of y'all who don't know, this is actually just Thrayle's regular speaking voice. Just, it's this low as far as, like volume wise. This is just normal.
I have zero brain as well, Hammy. Zero brain.
Zero brain. Oh, well, you know, that will cause the voice to be slow volume.
Gives me a larger resonance chamber.
Exactly. You see, the thing is us who talk loud is because we have, you know, such big brain.
I thought it was a more active amygdala.
Joke's on you. I don't know that word.
Oh, it's, the fear center of the brain.
Yeah, that too.
Makes you get loud and reactive and boisterous and, angry. What are my thoughts on Project Looking Glass? I'd have questions for it. Quite a few questions. Probably the same questions I had last time a believer brought it up on panel.
What the hell is that? Is Project Looking Glass something else I have to deep dive on?
It's an alleged U.S. military project. Alleged for, well, viewing future timelines.
Oh, the Stargate stuff.
It's similar. We actually had somebody who was up in Project Stargate yesterday. I didn't let her speak much, though, because she just was not here to question beliefs and just wanted to say things, wanted to inform us, wanted to let us all know. So I moved on, and they threw a tantrum in the comments.
I always find these conspiracy theories fascinating.
Right. One real truth. Who's the ex-Mormon fraud? What is that? Mormons. Why are you screaming caps Mormons in my chat? Okay. Well, no caps in chat. Caps are for mods. That's something you'll learn right now.
If I wasn't at my busiest part of my day, I would, or my second busiest part of my day, I would have caught you.
Oh, I may want to reset that goal. You're right, Birdie. Sorry. I tend to, yeah. I tend to miss that, don't I? I'd have caught it in the middle of the next conversation, I'm sure. But thank you, Birdies. Thank you, Tinsel Factory and Cat the Witch, for helping with our first goal. Really do appreciate all of you. Yeah, I probably let that one sit for a while. I think we do have a guest requesting up. Hello, Benjamin. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, 25.
And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
No, I don't believe in any type of religion or higher power or souls or anything of the sort.
Why not?
I think that the only reason we exist is because of a biological miracle, and I think that humans have an innate ability to create things in their mind to make them feel special or have religion to have purpose.
You said
And
biological miracle. What do you mean by that?
I mean, the fact that we're in like the Goldilocks zone, that we're just so far away from the sun, our axis, all the billions of years of evolution for us to crawl out of the sea, inhabit the land. I guess that's what I mean.
What do you think might convince you or compel you to believe that a god of some kind does exist?
I would say if God revealed himself before me and moved a mountain, I may consider worshiping him.
If a god revealed himself and moved a mountain, you might consider worship.
Yes.
Is there some kind of god that you would want to worship?
So far, definitely not the Christian or Islamic God. I guess maybe a religion like Buddhism, where the founder is somewhat selfless and wants to help others. But currently in humanity, I guess when it comes to Christianity or Islam, I don't think either God is very justifiable to worship.
So something selfless, something that cares about humanity. Does it matter to you if a god exists or not?
I guess it would matter. Yeah, like it. I care if a God exists. Like I care if there is a God or if there isn't a God. But I guess currently I don't see evidence of a God. But I
Why do you care?
Why do I care? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I think all humans think, you know, what is our purpose on the planet? Why are we put here? Is there a creator? Is there not? So um, I'd say it's one of the mysteries that I ponder and I care about.
Do you feel like there should be some purpose, some inherent reason?
Should there be a purpose of inherent being? I mean, that's a great question in itself.
Purpose or inherent meaning?
Yeah, that is what I said.
Yeah, I would say that humans don't have a purpose or an inherent meaning, but humans have created in their own minds purpose or inherent being, and multiple people subscribe to that ideology and some don't.
So you don't feel that there's any purpose? You don't have an ideology that gives you purpose?
I guess so. Yeah. Like I mean, I think most of us know right from wrong, or you know, there's certain things that we morally care about, but I don't think humans have a purpose or a divine being. Um, I think humans are very good at creating purpose. There's a reason why people think their personality aligns with the month they're born or religion they subscribe to. I think a lot of humans have an innate ability to want to feel like their existence matters, I guess.
Do you feel like your existence matters or doesn't matter?
Things like my existence is my existence is nothing more than dust on a bookshelf of life. It's very meaningless. What I have to say or what I do doesn't matter. My name will be forgotten in 100 years. What I do will be forgotten in 100 years. So I guess I have a self-aware reality to where I just personally feel this way. I don't think a whole lot of things do matter.
Do you consider yourself to be a nihilist?
I do. I would say I definitely fall under the philosophical ideal of nihilism.
And what does that mean to you?
To me, it's to where, you know, I think a lot of folks think nihilism means that, like, you know, nothing matters, so why don't you, you know, unalive yourself or whatever. Where for me, I guess nihilism gives me purpose to where it's like, you know, nothing does matter. I think, you know, you should live your life to the fullest capability and do what makes you happy in the grand scheme of things. We are but dust on the bookshelf of life, so just do what makes you happy. It doesn't matter from 100 years from now. And I'm sure new religions and new ideologies will be created 1,000 years from now. So
For the win.
but it's not to, I guess it's not to be like, I think there's, you know, there's two sides of the coin where there's nihilists where nothing matters, but like for me it's like it's very liberating that nothing matters. And like I think, you know, like we're kind of just put on this earth and we are the subject of what many cultures and a lot of history says what we are. But I feel like nihilism frees you and be like, you know, to be quite honest, nothing really does matter. What you do and what you say, or, you know, you might be one of those extraordinary people like Alexander the Great or Aristotle, but for the most part, 99.9% of us, none of us do matter. So while your time is here, you might as well make the best of it.
Do you think in making the best of it, you have a chance of making it matter more?
I guess to me, making it matter more, like for me, making it matter more would be like I have influence on the next generations, or I did something extraordinary to help humankind, or maybe elevate the lives of others, or do great deeds. But for me, I guess, you know, my best life is living one with comfort and not caring what other people do or say and making the best out of the current situation. Because for me, I guess at the end of the day, what makes me happy is just bills being paid, my stomach being full, and, you know, having fun with family and friends.
I don't know that I have very many more questions for you, Benjamin. I wonder if Hammy does. I wonder if Hammy can question his own ideology.
Hammy is always down questioning his own ideology.
Well, do you feel like you're about to question a mirror?
Might once this last thing prints off.
Oh, of course. Hammy joins up while he's doing his side work.
But I'm
Buttons always sound very, very loud, apparently. I was doing something with someone in one of these live chats, and I was hitting the buttons, and to me, it just sounds like beep, beep. But apparently, due to the microphone, wherever, it was like beep, and then people were like, holy hell, what is that? I was like, let me go ahead and beep. When it comes to, like, the different gods that you've ruled out, like, how have you ruled out, say, a deistic god?
yeah, like I guess just for my background, I was raised in a Christian household, went to church on Sunday. What really led me away from the Christian faith was like the Book of Job. Just a lot of I could care less what other followers of Christianity do, but I read a book, and like if there's a creator where they're a very jealous God, and they're needing worship from their creation, I feel like why would a creator need worship from its creation? Like if something needs to be worshipped, I feel like it's almost a narcissistic being. And like it's almost like, we all can be a creator in somewhat. We could all have kids, right? If I raised a kid for it to worship me, it's like, what kind of God is that?
What an impressive follow-up, Hammy. I'll bet he got a customer again. Benjamin.
I did get a customer. Okay, you have another question.
Well, I was going to see if you had a follow-up there, Tootsie.
Yeah,
Sorry, I almost called you Tootsie.
So yeah, no, I said deistic, meaning like a non-intervening god. And I didn't hear that last little bit, most likely because of the fact that I was telling the customer that I'm closed for just a little while. But from what I heard, it didn't sound like it. It sounded like you were answering why you don't believe in a intervening god, but not necessarily why you like a non-intervening god.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to that I would say, like, maybe I'm just not educated on certain gods that are non-intervening, I guess. At least the one that...
So within deism, for instance, it's usually something along the lines of a God that set everything in motion and then just kind of walked off. He was like, hey, did my thing, I'm going to go over here now, type of deal.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess to that I would say, are you asking like why, like maybe I wouldn't believe there is a God like that, or
More or less, how have you ruled that that God doesn't exist?
oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be able to tell you if that God does exist or not. But I guess in my opinion, and that maybe perhaps intelligent life like aliens, we could perceive them. We may or may not just be a science experiment for them, and we can call them a deistic God, a non-intervening God. They created us, and while they might not be in definition a God. There's always a possibility we are just a experiment for aliens. And if there is a deistic God who created us and just kind of said, well, free will, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll see how it goes. I guess there could be a possibility of that happening. I genuinely don't have a good argument whether or not that could or could not exist, so I couldn't rule it out.
Really quickly, I gotta speak past you, but it's not to be rude. I gotta thank Birdies and Jimmy B, also Cat DeWitch and Artificial Red for helping with our previous goal. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate you. Benjamin, I don't know that I have any more questions for you, and I think I'm ready to move on to a guest that might have a belief to question, but I appreciate you coming up and being honest with the answers that you gave, and I hope that you keep asking questions.
Yeah, no, and check it out. I appreciate you guys asking me questions and just discussing philosophy. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you guys too.
Appreciate you. Take care.
You too.
W's for Benjamin.
W's indeed. Although I will say, discussing philosophy, we never do anything like that, ever.
What's philosophy? What is that?
That's what you use to get in between your teeth.
Feel lots of feet.
A little strong.
Floss for feet. Is that what he said? For feet. Like you do that between your toes.
Maybe. Sounds about right.
Floss for feet. I wonder if that's a brand name.
Kleenex or something like that.
Okay. Moving forward, if anybody does have a belief in a god or gods, a higher power, or anything like that, and you're capable of questioning your beliefs, then go ahead and request on up. Thank you for letting me know you just want to mimic my voice, Kyle. It makes it very easy to move past you to the next guest.
Why is it so painful for you to talk? Oh my god.
Every utterance is just a pain. Oh, the pain of it all.
Oh, the humanity of it all. I did say something about the voice. And usually it's going to be like, why you sit there and be like,
What?
clearly it hurts him because he's trying it. And he's like, well, if it hurts me, it must hurt him. Like, that's the only thing I can think. Like, no, like somebody having that, like, deep and gravelly of a voice? No, that's unheard of. Because I don't have that deep and gravelly of a voice, so clearly He doesn't either.
It must hurt. That's the first time anybody's ever said that, though.
Kyle, I don't think that. I haven't
It's
heard
not
your
a
voice.
competition. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
not a competition.
I just don't think that
resisting.
he's
What does that mean?
resisting. That's what I was about to comment on. Is like
What does resisting
this is
mean?
just as like I've spoken to this man like outside of TikTok. I've heard his voice. His voice is the same, regardless if we're here or anywhere else. Like, there's what? That's the one that always baffles me because of the fact that I've heard his voice. Like, we've been in Discord calls together. I've heard it.
Careful, you don't want to let on about the secret voice.
Shit
The
like
one.
that. I'm gonna start a petition for Thrayle to move closer towards me, so that way we could have a in live D&D session somewhere. Yeah. So for those of y'all in the Discord, make sure you look out for that because eventually
Kyle
I may get
says,
to it.
get him excited and his real voice will come out. My real voice.
I think it's the one that talks like this.
That's fair. You mean this one right here? Is this what you're trying to do? The real voice comes out.
Yeah, this here. Some people say meatwad, but you know, like this is just Thrayle's actual voice. I'm so sorry to have y'all deceive y'all like this, but yeah, this is his regular voice.
Yes, Toad Modu, there is D&D in the Discord. Just gotta make sure you read the announcements, and you'll find the way to find where the tables are. Maybe I should set up a shortcut for that. Kyle says he's mumbling on purpose. Kyle says that he's spoken to me outside of the TikTok. That's strange. And he wants to hear my real voice. So he says that he's heard my real voice, but now he wants to hear my real voice. Seems like Kyle's got...
Heard it before, but you know, I want to...
Oh, I thought I could have sworn Hammy was saying he talked to me outside of Discord, and you said you had to just get him excited. Let me see.
Yeah, look, yeah, just you know, look, I've talked to you outside of you know,
So
I've
have
talked
I.
to you outside of
Yeah,
TikTok.
there it was. I can explain better. So have I. Interesting.
Oh.
Well,
Like,
do
I
we
just-
do we let Kyle up even though all he wants to do is mock my voice apparently?
I mean,
Or-
we could. I just like I understand like whenever I first wake up and I have that like really graveliness into my voice where people might think that I'm faking my voice since this is the way I normally speak. But we could hear what he wants to, what kind of nonsense he wants to spew.
what kind of nonsense he wants to
Hold,
spew.
hold on. Someone in the comments said there's a song about Kyle's mom, and I was about to type out the Ballad of Karen.
I don't know. But Kyle, can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
I'm 30 fucking 2 years old.
Wow. You sound very, very pleased about that.
No, I'm actually, it's diabolical. The fact that I'm 32 is not only diabolical, also astronomical.
You're so ancient.
Ancient, yes, and I have
Like,
no
how-
business living this long.
Like, how did you even get on TikTok with your advanced years of age?
Oh boy, the fact that I am not like dead in a ditch is a miracle, right?
Wow.
So,
So,
me
Kyle,
having a TikTok account is nothing in comparison.
So the topic of the live is, can you question your beliefs? And I ask everybody who comes up if they have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that. And you're no exception. So do you have a belief in a god or gods?
I question my beliefs all the time.
Okay.
However, I don't, right now, have particular belief in a singular god.
However,
See, this is how we know who fakes the voice and who doesn't.
That sounds really painful, Kyle.
it does. It's extremely painful. However,
shouldn't do that.
no. In all seriousness, though, like
I might
am.
recommend lemon and honey.
I might recommend lemon honey.
No, that doesn't
But
sound
here's the
good.
thing: like, if I were to, because see, I have like energy in what I say. Like, I'm enunciating my words. You, however, do what I did when I was a teenager, and I'm like,
Oh, so his maturity level is higher than mine, and apparently I'm mumbling.
I want to go to school.
Kyle's got some problems here, so he's projecting his own
Well, you're right. You're right. You are a
teenage laziness on the sound of
dude.
an adult.
I suffer.
actually
That's my
speaking.
sin. That's my mortal sin. I have to give it to Jesus.
I just,
I see.
you
bored
know,
already.
I can understand. I am too. I could understand every single word you say, Thrayle. Maybe I have the hearing that gets through teenage mumble lazy voice or whatever that was.
I really don't know, but I do know that, yeah, Kyle was obnoxious and annoying in the chat, and extremely obnoxious and annoying on panel. So, color me unamused.
You know, he was like he's like Deathless, but if Deathless were to,
Didn't even answer the question about if he had a belief in a god. It was in the Dr. Claw
he
voice,
did.
so
He did. He said that no, he doesn't. I thought he said no, he doesn't currently.
okay.
But I could be wrong.
Well, then, no harm done. Because, we're waiting for a believer with a belief in a god or gods, a higher power, or anything like that to request on up. And if they can question their beliefs, then I've got questions. Like, what is it you believe? And why do you believe it?
And is it contagious? And do we need to get a cream of some sort to get rid of it?
Oh, he apparently does believe in a higher power. Couldn't understand you through the Dr. Claw impression. Which, by the way, if you do it right, Dr. Claw, that doesn't actually hurt your throat.
It reminded me of like the guys who do the Batman, but like the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah,
like
that's what it is.
videos
It's
and
the-
stuff.
Ways like this.
It sounds very painful. But he can guest room his beliefs, so he's not a good candidate. I'm not sure what that means. can guest room your beliefs. That's wonderful that you can guest room them. Can questioning is like if you meant question, that's actually a good thing. So that is what we're looking for, is people who are capable of questioning. So if you were to, or is he just can guest room?
Dark Knight in the chat says, "Can I come up and do my Palpatine impression?" JK.
You know, I just did one off mic. Trying to see if I can do a Palpatine. It's a little tough.
It's a little tough because it's really high up there, like not like super high, but it's high and it's got that gravel in it. It's like, you know, the "come to the dark side," but it's even like a little bit higher than that.
Honestly, my Palpatine goes straight for the Family Guy thing, so it's something dark side, something complete.
Something dark side. How can I want Dark to come up here to try to do this? But if you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that, then requests on up. Also request up if you have some kind of, I don't know, conspiracy thing that you're into. I kind of want to question some of those beliefs today.
What do you mean by like conspiracy? You mean like Yetis, mermaids, clowns?
Maybe even
God,
like
is that a hammy?
maybe even like the yes,
A wild hammy has appeared to us?
I have.
Oh, that's lovely to see, Hammy. Hello.
Nobody's questioning.
Hello.
I thought clowns are a conspiracy.
What do you mean clowns are a
Hello,
conspiracy? Hello, Thrayle.
That is true. Clowns are a conspiracy.
What does that mean?
She's clearly in on it.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going.
Oh, I was like going for the mute button to say that, Hammy. We are on the same page right now.
Hell yeah.
A clown conspiracy. See? Both sides knows about it.
Isn't your mother a clown? What do you mean?
How else do you think I know?
My mother was a clown and my father smelt of elderberry.
Pretty sure if I remember that correctly, your mother was a hamster.
Well, she got better.
What, she healed from her being a hamster? Like she was cured of that?
Someone needs more Monty Python in their life.
Somebody needs a lot more Monty Python in their life.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen Monty Python, you guys. Like, what do you think this is?
Okay,
come on,
so,
you should have expected that.
So...
Don't explain it.
She thinks... Oh, okay. I won't explain it.
No. She's just gonna have to watch it sometime.
Thrayle is so mean to me.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Randall says, does he deepen his voice every live? Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, I go down by
It gets deeper every live, actually. Yeah. Pretty soon, we're not going to be able to hear it at all.
By next week,
No,
it's going to be
you're wrong. You're wrong. It gets deeper every time somebody claims it's fake.
Oh, we let
I think
a
what I
segue
said
play.
still stands.
We had a
No.
segue. I forgot about it.
Oh, this is a different one. This is nice.
Can you question your beliefs? Do you have a belief in a God, a higher power, or anything like that? Request on up.
I like this one. Okay.
I mean, it's no Tales of the Orient Express or whatever, but you know. I thought I should stop saying the other thing all the time. So.
That one was courtesy from Michael V, and I will probably play.
Yeah, but I think Cammy also has to hear the other one at some point.
He's gonna have to hear the other one.
Cammy, can I just say that I like legitimately, genuinely get really excited when I walk in and you're up here? Like, oh, fucking Hammy's here. Hell yeah.
I do love it whenever I make the occasional drive-by, come in and see people and say hi, and hang out for a bit. It's always fun. I have been lately been very busy trying to get my nephew's D&D campaign kind of off the ground and going. So I've been working on that lately.
I thought you were gonna say get my life together, but no, that's me, not you. So.
Challenge that I am always like 20 sips behind.
Same. Big same. Oh, I hit the mute right as I was saying something. Look at those hanging lights. That's so nice.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Shell. Appreciate you.
I really like that one. I know you like the Night Star, but I really like the hanging lights.
Mm-hmm. I do like that one too. I wonder if we're gonna need another segue.
If you believe that your god hung the stars like the hanging lights, then request on up.
Now sing it.
If no.
He wasn't gonna try.
It would just come out weird. It would like, and just not like not even if I tried it in my normal, like more country-ish sounding.
How foreign did it feel to hear me tell you to sing on panel?
It felt really foreign. Like I was like, if I didn't know that you were joking about it beforehand, I'd have been like, Thrayle, what the fuck? Like, I need you to change the panel right now to the what the fuck screen so that way I can ask you, what the fuck?
Has Hammy seen the What the Fuck Is Wrong With You?
Wait, what?
I don't know if Hammy's seen I think he knows of like the escalations of flying pigs. Of course he's seen those.
I've seen the flying pigs, and I've seen the I've seen a bunch of different of the what the fucks, but I might have seen the what the fuck is wrong with you.
Yeah, we gotta.
I'd have to see it. Yeah. Let me see, and I can tell you if I've seen it before. Yes, because I remember the little angry faces.
What angry faces? Look at all those happy, smiling faces.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that there was a Sasquatch with a shaved face in it until you said something today in Discord, Thrayle. And then I looked and I realized how fucking completely unsettling that is.
It's not a Sasquatch with a shaved face. It's the creature from that the Ewok movie.
What fucking
Oh, is that too much of a deep? Is that too much of a deep cut?
It might be, and it still looks like a Sasquatch with a shaved face.
That's the unicorn baby on the other side. If you're looking for the Sasquatch with the shaved face, it's going to be right above the fish that looks like a piranha.
With the rubber ducky next to his head.
That's just suspended in midair with no explanation.
Does it? It's a rubber ducky. Does it really need an explanation on why it's suspended in the air?
I mean, what the fuck is wrong with it?
The only thing that's been new
we're
to me
taking
so
a trip
far
on the Orient Express.
The only thing that's been new to me so far is the singing songs.
Okay, well listen to this one. This one's my favorite.
That gave me like slowed down Voodoo by Godsmack vibes.
Oh, okay, so here's a little lore on this one. It used to be my least favorite. I really didn't like it the first time I heard it. But then I put on some harem pants and a floor-length silk robe, and I hung out and really got in the vibe of it, you know, like we're talking like late 1800s opium den, passed out on the floor, and I like it now. It's a vibe now.
Am I the only one who got the feeling of like a slow down Godsmack?
No, I hear that too.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't just losing my mind.
I just don't really listen to Godsmack, so that's not
There's
my
only
vibe.
one song. There's one song in particular of Godsmack's that it reminded me of. It's the song Voodoo, and it's that one that's like, I'm not the one who's so far away when
Okay, yeah, actually,
He's singing anyways.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know that song. Everybody knows that song. I feel like
Right.
maybe not everybody.
Well,
but yeah.
The instrumental part of that, it felt like that, but like slowed down. Which
think
would be
my
well. Oh, Kat, this is where our twos just kind of coincide together because it would be like as if you were listening to voodoo while at an opium den.
See, but then I got this Orient Express idea, and so now I think that the opium den is actually on a train.
I see. This lore is getting deep.
It's getting real deep.
We're getting like 7 layers, guys. You've heard of the 7
Like a 7-layer
layers
dip?
of it. We're 7 layers of yeah, that's it. So, what did you decide
Oh,
to
I was,
add songs with like words in it?
Michael V has been making some contributions on the Discord, and I fell in love with him. So we've used some of the musical segues, and he's got a couple of really, really good songs too. And so I was presented with a tool and utilized it myself. You might notice that the lute music is a little more diverse.
Yeah, I have noticed that.
And I've also come up with a couple of songs that I like. It's fun stuff to fill the time when we're waiting for someone courageous enough or curious enough to question their beliefs.
I just plugged the shit out of this at the end of, like, when Scott's life was ending. I plugged the shit out of this, so I'm hoping maybe there was one person in particular that I was hoping was there and heard me say it and would show up, but they have yet to show up, so fingers crossed. So
You never know. They might just follow you in anyways. But I hope that went well. I saw part of Scott's live, just a little bit of it, but while I was getting ready.
yeah, I think it always is, like, for the most part, it's actually, like, the more he does it, the more the algorithm picks up what he's trying to do and sends in people who, like, are in line with that, you know? Like, Various was there today for a long while, actually.
I found my new favorite Shakespeare. Shakespeare. It's longer than a quote. It's more of a monologue.
You hear that? He wants to tell us a monologue, a Shakespeare.
So I don't want
to read Shakespeare to us.
He's about to monologue. No, he's gonna monologue Shakespeare to us.
No, if you want to hear a better rendition of that monologue, I would say go to YouTube and listen to Ian McKellen. Give it.
Oh, the one, yes.
Sir.
The one that's...
Strangers?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
really
so
good.
phenomenal. And I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts and I came across him saying it, and I rewatched it like 3 or 4 times because his delivery, he's a master at that.
So is it the Shakespeare you like, or Ian McKellen's delivery of it?
It's a mixture of the two because, like, it's the content of what's being said and the meaning behind it.
The current
Plus-
modern day context.
Yes, in the current modern day context.
Mm-hmm.
And in McKellar, just like the way he does it is, he is a master at saying it.
Oh, I bet that is beautiful, Apo.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
Do it.
Robert Duvall. She said, "Who's Robert Duvall? He passed away today."
Robert Duvall passed away. Oh
yeah.
no.
He's
I'm sad now.
He's in a lot of movies.
Lonesome Dove was a really good one, and Secondhand Lions.
Secondhand Lions is good.
Oh, okay. I love that one. I love that movie. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Doctor and Phenomenon.
in Secondhand Lions, he's the one who always wore the. He's a stoutier one.
Okay. That's a really good movie. Like, you guys know I've seen like 10 movies, but that is one of them.
Yeah, he's the one whose love. He lost his love.
Uh-huh.
And he would go outside and just like stand out there.
Yeah,
So, like,
by the pond or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. He was a great actor.
Although he was old in Secondhand Lions, so he had to be really fucking old.
Oh yeah, no. Robert Duvall was he was up there in age, so it's not like it was like it gone too soon. Like he was so young, but
it's no Anton Yelchin, but right, yeah, it's still sad.
Yeah, but Thrayle, Dr. Josh's wife.
I mean, I don't know her. I know she exists.
She has been doing. I came across it on YouTube, but she's been doing Sumerian poetry, translating into English. Yeah, it's very, very. It's interesting hearing the English version of it because it's like a little disjointed. And like you get the gist of what's being said and all that, but it's like not common phrases because I mean Sumerian being basically an almost dead language. It's like
their idioms, their metaphors, things are going to be very different.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine being them? Being like Dr. Josh and then his wife who is doing a thing like translating
Megan.
Sumerian poetry into Megan is translating Sumerian poetry into English and like read it. Like, can you imagine being them? That's probably such an interest. Like they probably just talk about interesting things a lot.
I was getting ready for the live and I scrolled across his channel and he was playing a keyboard, playing the Peanuts song.
Oh,
Christmas
of
song.
course. He would do that too. That makes sense. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know that they probably talk a lot about who's watching the kids at the moment and what's for dinner.
Right. Imagine it's pretty much.
Well, I mean, right, yeah, they probably do talk a lot about that stuff, but also, like, they probably talk a lot about other really interesting things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, whenever a specific breakthrough or a novel translation that's becoming more mainstream or something along those lines comes up, like, watching the two of them get excited is always a fun day for me.
You know what else is a fun day? When we get a believer who
What does it say? Questioning beliefs.
their beliefs. Yeah. When a believer is actually capable of questioning whatever it is that they believe. If you are one of those believers who is capable of questioning what it is you believe, then go ahead and request on up. I'm not here to debate you. I'm not looking for an argument. I just want to know if you can even question it. And then if you can, well, then I've got some questions for you. I think that's in reference to your comment to Robert Duvall in Secondhand Lions.
Oh, no, I think that's more the fact that whenever I talked about Sumerian being an almost dead language.
Is that what you said? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's dead in the fact that nobody actually, like, speaks it, but, like, we understand what's being said. So I would classify that as almost dead. It's on its last legs.
It's almost dead.
It's mostly dead. Not all dead. Just
Right, isn't
mostly
Think
dead.
of it.
Isn't it more that it
Yeah.
was dead and it's being
It's a zombie.
like
It's a zombie.
revived through study? Or is it
Come on, are you guys telling me you didn't catch
People-
that reference?
mostly dead? Yeah.
Mostly dead's not all dead.
It's somewhere rattling in my brain, but I'm not placing it right now.
Princess Bride.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes.
Malcolm X.
It's basically like the scholars are necromancers, and they've brought it back. And so it's just the skeletal structure of, hey,
follow
we know
a
what
guy.
these symbols means.
I do follow a guy on TikTok who does like Sumerian studies. I don't know what he actually does. I just see him like doing songs and poetry and then explaining pronunciations, and seems to be very linguistically focused.
So, like, it's because, like, of course, their writing style is... I forgot the phrase for it, but it's not cuneiform. And it's not... Is it cuneiform? I don't know. Anyways, they look like little weird pictures of weird symbols, and...
I think it is. I think that is cuneiform, but Scott will know. Hopefully, who will tell us.
Yeah. Well, big capital or decapital,
Scott.
something like
Yeah.
that. Oh, Scott says cuneiform.
Yep.
Translations are rare, but the work is invaluable. Yeah. So the cuneiform, like it's like they're like, hey, we know what these symbols mean. We understand what the message is, and it's like, okay, so translating the course is difficult because like certain things it's like straightforward. Hey, this is a boat. This is saying talking about this boat that went to sea. And then other things it's like, hey, there's not words in the English language for this term that explains it properly.
I have to acknowledge the tiny raid. Hell yeah. Appreciate all you guys.
Hell yeah, Tiny. And all the raiders.
Was Tiny here yet? We have to thank him again when he gets here. Hello, Raph. How are you doing?
Doing very well. How you doing?
Oh, Tiny went to sleep. I see. I'm doing good. We're just waiting for believers to take the bait and fall into our clearly clever trap of questioning their beliefs by asking them if they can question their beliefs.
So as it
Lame.
turns
Who
out,
goes to sleep? Oh, look, he's here.
Hell yeah. Appreciate the raid, Tiny.
as it turns out, I have well, it's not a theological belief, it's a textual belief in a reading in the old Bible, and I was talking about it on Tiny's Live, but he went to sleep. But I am curious if you're up for a little textploration.
A textploration, I suppose. I mean, right now we have 0 believers in queue, so...
And you just cut me off whenever you need to, because this thought ain't going anywhere.
We'll bring somebody up. I'm sure somebody might get enticed to disagree.
Okay, so...
Dare you read the Bible in a different way than I do, sir?
I have my outdated translation ready. Let's go.
You said you have your Bible out?
My outdated translation, yes.
That's great. Okay, so the first question was
Too well, Thrayle.
how is Exodus 7:14? Actually, it's going to be the wrong verse anyway. You got to find this is if you don't.
I have my Bible ready. Gives me a verse. Flip to it. Wrong verse.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, in the Hebrew Bible, the verses are different than the Christian Bible.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, and so you might just have to look around there for the words plus or minus 3 or 4.
So here, 7:14 is going to be.
God
They
said
and
to
every
Moses,
beast. Okay, so God said to Moses, that'll be some words here.
They're like Pharaoh's stubborn or something. He's going to be stubborn. He refuses to let.
Then the Lord said to Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuses to let the people go.
Yes, great. So this text is, hold on. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Kaved Lev Paro. And God said to Moses, honor his heart, honor the heart of Pharaoh, honor Pharaoh's heart. Kaved, same verb. Okay, so the obviously for those just joining into the conversation that Sage and I were obviously having 5 minutes ago, but have no idea what we're talking about. I have realized that the word that is often translated as stiffened Pharaoh's heart can have two almost polar opposite meanings, and that there are ultimately two verbs that are being used to describe the process by which Pharaoh decides or stiffens his heart in response to the plagues of Egypt. And so
stiffens.
I'm going to use a different word from here on out.
You don't want to keep going with the stiffening?
Yeah. It's hard enough as is, you know.
Stiffening was stifling. Engorged even. Looking for a more robust word here.
I don't think that's a synonym.
Yeah, you'd be
Boiser's roast.
Yeah.
Hey, the Bible did it. So the heart gets
so the last verse. So Sage, you were saying something.
The heart gets calcified.
There you go.
This is the word of the Lord. Sage, what was you were saying that there's a moment.
Sage's
I was
here apparently.
Was a moment. I'm here.
What was the moment?
I was talking about Exodus 8:8, where Pharaoh says to Moses and Aaron, "Go and plead with God to remove the plague of frogs, and then I will let your people go." And then they do, and then when the Pharaoh sees relief, his heart is hardened, or he hardens his heart. I'm not sure which. And then he doesn't let them go, and that seems to like indicate some sort of intervention to me.
Yeah, that's right. That's the strengthening one where Pharaoh is doing it to himself, and it's unclear. That's the issue, right? So there's three issues that are happening here. One is this strengthening versus kavod, heavy, and that's a whole host of issues. That's like a main key point of the issues. But there's this difference in verbs. There is and then there's the who is the subject of the strengthening, like who is doing the action, and it's not clear. Like in the Hebrew, there's no subject attached to this. It just says, and he strengthened Pharaoh's heart. You could interpret it as God or Pharaoh strengthening his heart.
In the English, it's not capitalized. The he,
Right.
so it
That's
seems
a
to indicate Pharaoh's
that's a
doing it.
very good interpretive distinction. Like that indicates that it's Pharaoh that's doing it there.
You're talking about in 8, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so the verb that, so first I gave you that 7:14 verse, and it literally is the same phrasal construct. Like it is unclear using this word kaved, which is the same, by the way, like the same as rav kavod, right? Same verb, right? Like I chose this name because I like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's basically like I'm saying it is possible to translate it as, and God told Moses, honor the heart of Pharaoh, honor his heart, or like um,
so
what his heart comes up with, you should honor that sort of thing. Like, yeah, and
you're saying,
sorry,
you're saying that what God is doing is not hardening his heart, but saying honor his heart.
yes, like honor the person who he is. Like when he shows you who he is, that's how you should respond. That should dictate yours. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like
how are you getting to that meaning?
That is a, great, because in Exodus 10:1, that's the key verse.
Of the mention that Pharaoh is being deceitful when he says to Moses and Aaron, go plead with your God, and then when I get relief, I'll let them go, seems to indicate that his mind was changed when he didn't do that.
Say that one more time. I'm not sure I tracked.
So the fact that it doesn't say that Pharaoh was deceitful leads me to think that Pharaoh was being honest when he said, if you guys go plead with your God and I get relief, then I will let your people go.
Sure, of course. Of course it could be read as honest, or that he had hidden something. Like there's no indication one way or the other. But what I'm saying is, when he got the relief that he had asked for, you know, then what is his next move? Is his next move to honor his word? Did he, what was his kavod? What level of kavod did he express after?
And he didn't let them go.
Right.
And
So
it was hardened as God said that it would happen.
He had no kavod for his brit, for his agreement.
So,
and are we like trying to figure out is if he had no honor with his agreement from his own volition or from God's intervention of it?
Should I also mention? I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I hope this answers your question, hear me. Like, if
Rav, you brought up 10:1 a moment ago.
Yeah.
Then the Lord said to Moses, go into Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart,
nice.
and the hearts of his servants, that I may show these signs of mine among them, and that you may tell in the hearing of your sons and of your sons' sons how I have made sport of the Egyptians, and what signs I have done among them, that you may know that I am the Lord. You said it's a key verse. Really is a key verse. God says he's going to make sport of the Egyptians by hardening their hearts so that he can demonstrate all of the plagues.
And also, if we go all the way back to 7:3, God explicitly states that he's the one who's doing the hardening in the English. But I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and I will multiply my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt.
Pharaoh will not listen to you. Then I will lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my hosts, my people, the sons of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great acts of judgment. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt and bring out the people of Israel from among them.
So the way that this changes the reading to me is that it's like Pharaoh did this to himself. This is Pharaoh did this
How
to
are you
himself.
seeing that?
Yeah, so okay, so heat kabad hold on, I'm gonna screw up the word. Hichbadti. The traditional translation, which I'm not disagreeing with, I'm not trying to say that it's wrong, I'm just saying that there is another way to read it based on the Hebrew. So
But
Hichbadti. Mm-hmm.
but if beforehand, if God is saying that Pharaoh's heart will be hardened, then does the Pharaoh have any other choice but to harden his heart?
But what I'm
At
saying
that point,
is switch the hardened word to honor.
so
In other words, God said, Pharaoh, show me. Whatever you decide, however you decide to take this, if you're going to decide to do the right thing and let them go, I will honor your heart. Inshallah, right? And then if you decide to go back on your word, you have shown me your heart, I will honor your heart.
but if the rest of the verse is talking about how he will honor his, honor him, his choice or whatever, but it ends up being that we're gonna see the entire thing, all the plagues type of deal, then
Yeah. Like
it doesn't seem like it's not. It doesn't seem like he's saying, "Hey, but also if if you decide to actually let them go, then no harm, no foul. We're done."
what I'm saying is he could have averted the harshness of the decree had he chosen a different thing. Right? Like when he lied after the frogs, he said, Stop, I'll just let them go. I'll let them go, and then didn't. He showed his cards. He showed who he was. He showed his character. That's what I'm saying. And God said, "All right, that's how you want to play it. Like this is what."
But then in 10, you're saying that all the people of Egypt, he's honoring their hearts.
Mm-hmm. What honoring their hearts as well, exactly.
so that he can show them.
Yeah. So okay, great. Give me one sec. That was what the thought was with Henry. Give me one sec.
That I may show these signs of mine among them, and that you may tell in the hearing of your son and of your son's sons how I have made sport of the Egyptians, and what signs I have done among them, that you may know that I am the Lord. Is that honoring their hearts? Really quickly before you answer that, because you're not on the app yet anyways. I'm going to thank Jason, Heather's Descent, Danny Grax, Everlasting Godstomper, Shell, and 96 for helping with the goal. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Please, Insomnia. Mr. Thrayle was his father.
I don't know if I mind Mr. Thrayle. I'm not sure. It does feel a little formal.
It's Grandpa Thrayle.
Oh man, I just made the mistake of looking up. I just made the mistake of looking up NRSV Hebrew Interlinear Bible. This is really hard to read. The word translation of 8:8 is, and he is calling Pharaoh for Moses and for Aaron, and he is saying, entreat you to Yahweh, and he shall take away the frogs from me and from people of me.
That's the way I always talk, Sage. What do you mean that it's weird?
And you are very normal, of course.
I am the normalest of the normal. But we may have somebody new coming in.
Hello, Anonymous. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS? Did you mean to request up?
And are you always watching? Should we be expecting you?
Okay. Well, if you meant to be here, you can request back up, but I'm going to need you to answer it. Like your age, and then other questions, of course. But appreciate you if you just didn't mean to.
Can I ask a sort of ridiculous question? I am not presupposing in any way, shape, or form that the Exodus story happens the way in which it is written in the Bible, or anything like that. I'm just it is still me, but just asking sort of a ridiculous question. Okay.
You're asking a question.
Is it possible that that there is this Pharaoh that is experiencing all of these crummy plagues that are happening in the land, and that they're explaining like this explanation sort of thing? it's a stupid thing. I guess what I'm trying to like drive home is that the honoring piece puts the onus back on Pharaoh, and so if it then it's then he's entirely making his free choice, and it's saying God is taking no control over the situation, like um, like bad things happen, and how you respond to them define you. It's a not a great message. I'm not trying to like defend the message, but I think
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I think that, I mean, it's possible to look at it that way, but I think that even using the same interpretation as you, I think it's equally possible to see it as a because of the fact that he's honoring it, but then he's the same also says, but we're still going to look at the plagues. It seems like it's like no matter what the Pharaoh did, the plagues were going to come because he says, hey, we'll honor your heart, and then he ends it up by saying, but the plagues are going to happen, so that way I can show you,
yes.
I am the Lord your God.
I haven't looked yet what the verbiage looks like from there on out, or what the pronoun like how the verbs align with the pronouns.
Now, this line of reasoning may not work on you, Rabbi, because you're a process theologist. But when God created everything in the beginning, did he know all the hairs on Pharaoh's head and intentionally select those hairs to be the way that they are prior to Pharaoh being created?
Must have, I guess. I don't know.
And so God intentionally set things up so that Pharaoh would already have this hardened heart.
Or in this translation.
Are you saying, Sage, that maybe he was born this way?
He's on the right track, baby.
Certainly on a track.
Right.
Hard to say if it's the right one.
That feels kind of like a cheap win, though.
But the thing is like, it's not a invalid way of looking at it either, though, because if he knew that this was all going to happen, he already knew what way the Pharaoh was going to lie. So him saying, hey, we'll honor what you want to do, he already knew it was going to happen. So
God intentionally said it that way. So God is honoring he wanted it to happen.
Yeah, in which case, could the Pharaoh actually do it any other way?
Like they're all following God's script.
Yeah. See, God is just God's just a dungeon master who doesn't let the players just like have fun with it. He's like, no, you're not doing that. You're going to do what I say you're going to do.
That's the campaign on rails.
Exactly.
Why would we think that Pharaoh has free will, Brenna?
Why would we think anyone has free will, Brenna? With the Brennan, you can see where my mind is right now.
That was a little venomous. Also, we lost Cat somewhere along the way.
It's not venomous. Brennan Lee Mulligan, D&D.
Oh, I see. I don't know why we lost our background there. Before we wandered too far away, while we wait for Rev to come back, if anybody does have a belief in a god or gods, a higher power or anything like that, you're capable of questioning that belief, then go ahead and request up.
These dried Jolly Ranchers.
I mean,
delicious if you haven't had them.
I bet they are.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
That's odd. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to look at my. So I think I'm wrong, by the way.
Well, I mean, we already knew that, but I'm glad you're. Sorry.
Actually, I don't know. Okay, so this
good
point
answer.
changes. Sorry.
I was just saying the I don't know is better.
Can't hear you. Sorry.
Wow. Am I doing something different?
No, what do you mean?
Hear you.
I think it's on me tonight, by the way.
Okay.
Yep. I think I'm not hearing so well tonight, not processing or something. Maybe tired. But so this seems to be a turning point. This 10-1 seems to be like a turning point where previously it was Pharaoh doing it himself and then God switching. But the hikbadti verb I still am interested in, but it is after that point that God starts doing the chazeking, the strengthening, the grabbing, the yeah, it's past the Rubicon for Pharaoh at that point.
Request on
Sorry about that, Rev. I was set to play what you were off at. So 10-1 is, you're saying that before that he's honoring Pharaoh, but at 10-1 is that where he decides to actively change the hearts? Or is this still just honoring?
Yeah, I wonder like if the message is like even more spiteful than like if you read it as honoring, then the message is like, this is what you want? Have a lot of it.
Yeah. It does read as this is where he decide. Well, actually, I think the one in 8, he's already saying he's going to demonstrate all this. He already knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, where are you? Sage was saying that earlier. And is that the one that was in verse 4 for me, Sage?
remember.
But if you believe in the God of this...
Oh no, it was 7. Sorry, Hemi. You were about to do a segue.
Yes, I was about to do the segue of it. You know, if you do believe in the God of this Bible, and you can question your beliefs, then request on it, and we can discuss it. And if you don't believe in this God, but you do have another God that you believe in, request not so we can listen to that one. Or if it's not a God, it's just a higher power or anything like that.
It's been aliens a lot lately. It's been a whole lot of
seems-
aliens lately.
It seems to be the case these days. I think it might be because of the fact that the guy who started Ancient Aliens has passed away.
On the same week that Barack Obama confirmed aliens, is it possible to get the long screen, Thrayle? Thank you. Is the verse that you are referring on this list of verses?
Who, me?
No, Thrayle, you were saying, or Sage for that matter, but
Where he says he was already going to do this before 10. I don't see it.
No, I don't think it's on there. It's gonna be Pharaoh saying something.
I think it is. Hang on.
I think it's there where it says, "Plead with God to remove the frogs."
okay. I guess, and you're saying, I think I'm not getting it tonight.
Like if they ascribed some sort of duplicitous intent to Pharaoh, then it would read more clear.
But what I'm saying is, after the fact that he didn't let them go, that shows his duplicitous intent, or it showed that he is a duplicitous person, period.
Or that there was some intervention that caused him to not do what he said he was going to do.
But that's not in the text, is what I'm saying.
Neither is the fact that he's being deceitful there.
Why is the deceit dependent on... But he does demonstrate that he's deceitful by reneging on his promise.
God had already said he would harden Pharaoh's heart at this point, though. 7.
Yeah, like 7:4 or something like that, or 7:14.
But I will 3. But I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
What is that? What verse was that, Thrayle?
7:3. But I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and though I multiply my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, Pharaoh will not listen to you. And I will lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my hosts, and my people, and the sons of it. So he's already saying he's going to do this. So if Pharaoh's hardening his heart later, how do we know that's not God doing it?
And sadly enough, later on in the verses, they do point out specifically that Pharaoh was acting deceitfully. I think in verse 9 or chapter 9. If only there had been one writer of Exodus, then it would be much clearer.
He's back.
That's funny. No, that's good. I didn't put anything new up on the screen. No, that's good. I guess I didn't. It's interesting because it's a third verb. It's none of the other verbs, but it's like more clearer actually. Like it's more decisively the traditional reading and not this honoring reading.
How does that sit with you?
Fine.
Did you want it to be the honoring?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's just interesting, Like, how can something like I think we have another word? It's fine. There was no expectations. It was just like an exciting thing, but you got to read context. You got to read the rest of it.
I'm curious to know, as a process theologist who doesn't think that God necessarily has intent, how do you read these verses where it's like describing God interacting as a person with Moses and claiming intents?
Well, I think the first step is to try and understand it as a text written by a group of people during their moment in time. And I think that there is a belief in the ancient Near East and the Mediterranean basin that when you are fighting with, a country or a nation or something, your gods are also fighting. And this is sort of a commentary on both Egyptians but other kings of the ancient Near East that thought of themselves as gods. And so I think the story that's being told here is that, Pharaoh thinks he's a god, and God is going to humble Pharaoh, make him say uncle. Because Pharaoh is like trying to pretend like he's on this other level. And you see this essentially with the Song of the Sea that they sing at the end of, what is that, Exodus 21 or something like that, where it's Micha Mocha Bailim Adonai, who is like you among the gods that are worshipped. Like this Pharaoh might have thought he was worshipped, but I'm just saying within the context of itself. And I think essentially since the third century BCE, maybe first or second century BCE, is a core element of the Passover ritual. And a defining moment of sort of Jewish self sense of freedom and like defining Jewish freedom to be Jewish, and what that looks like, and the story that's being told about what that looks like. And I think in the last 150, 200 years, maybe 300 years, it has been a story that is more and more about, I think, shared liberation. And yeah,
Maybe the hardening of Pharaoh's heart were the friends we made along the way.
There is that possibility.
I think that's
Or-
always a possibility.
I mean, I guess if it's going to be a metaphor for something.
The friends along the way.
Yeah. Do you know much about the cognitive science of religion, Rabbi?
Well, I mean, do I know so much? No, definitely not. Do I understand some things? Yeah. I think, like, I definitely, the thing that I always go to is the spandrel hypothesis. I think that that's sort of the thing that rounds it out for me. But that's maybe that's the extent of my. I mean, I took an anthropology course in undergrad. I, have taught on the 7 hallmarks of civilization. I think I generally understand.
I do about it. But
how old are the cave paintings
your explanation
in France? Like 10,000 years, something like that.
Oh, I don't know. But the understanding that you explained for Exodus sounds like a cognitive science of religion explanation for it to me.
Oh, interesting.
Which I'm all for, by the way.
Nice.
When you said, do I know things, I can always stop that. Just no, I don't. I don't know things.
If you believe that you
I
know
grant that.
things, and you can question that belief, well then you should request up, because otherwise we're going to pick Rav's brain until he falls asleep, and it sounds like he needs it. The sleep, not the brain picking. Well, I mean, the brain picking's always good.
God willing, the brain will be there tomorrow.
Look, all I'm saying is sometimes I make a playlist on YouTube and just watch it to shut off my brain.
Does anyone else find that they bookmark interesting pages and take screenshots that they think will be useful that they never ever refer to ever again?
That is me. Like 100%.
Thousands of them.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Noctis. Doing great. How are you?
Hi for me.
I'm doing better. I'm still a little bit fluey, but much better. I can use the brain box, I think. Although if you ask Hammy, maybe not.
Wait, what are we asking me?
Hemi's brain
Whether
box
or not.
doesn't work great either.
No.
Look, there are some days, I'm not saying all days, but there are some days where my brain box is only good as a hat rack.
My dad used to say, why don't you use your head for something besides a hat rack?
Yes, I had a family member who would say something similar, which is why it came to mind.
I have a question. What do you use if you don't have a hat rack?
Any surface. I usually use the dash of my truck.
We have a shoe rack.
The hat rack.
We have a shoe rack that has shoes and hats on it.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
So it's kind of a hat shoe rack, a shoe hat rack.
Yeah.
A shat rack, if you will.
Like I said, I usually just use the shat rack. I just usually use the dash of my truck.
I just want
Guy
to
in the
kiss my fish.
comments uses his guitars. I kind of love that. No, I'm talking about whatever, Thrayle. I'm
I know,
ill.
but we got from hard hearts to shadracks. If anybody has a belief in
fish.
God or gods, we'd love to question your belief instead of whatever the fuck we're talking about now. Shadracks.
And Meshax and Abandigos.
Oops. Wrong background.
So many things. Where do we start?
Always, Noctis, I always tell him whenever he brings that up and he asks me, I'm like, do you want alphabetical or do you want chronological?
Oh, that's a good shout. So I did hear we were questioning Rav. How do you feel about that, Rav?
It felt fine. Yeah, it was fine. I like literally was reading something and came across this, but clearly didn't read far enough in either direction to like parse the whole theory out. And when I say theory, I mean idea, not theory. I feel like it should be
The
like,
scientific term of theory.
exactly. Like you should have to put a nickel in a jar every time theory is misused.
Oh, and the thing is like, I don't mind people using theory in the colloquial sense whatsoever. However, it just always, I'm like, it's like, it's just a theory, and I'm like, please don't.
It's a problem.
Who's gonna get all the nickels?
I don't know. Somebody who needs them.
Me, I'm getting all the nickels.
Ladies first.
We'll flip a nickel for it.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair. I'm so glad none of you turned around and said, "Who's the lady?" I was expecting something like that.
Well, I think why I thought it was funny is like, it's just, I don't know, I can't even put my finger on it now. Like, it was just so unexpected. Like, I don't know, like the Nichols thing. It was just like, what? Like, and like, I don't know. It was like the benefit from, I'm so tired. I'm not making any sense at all.
My favorite version of the nickels thing is from Phineas and Ferb when he says, if I had a nickel for every time that's happened, I'd have 2 nickels. And it's not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
I think that addresses the sentiment.
Was the sentiment that you're passing out, Rav? I think the silence definitely.
That the best kind of jokes are the ones you have to explain. The best like moments of humor are the ones that you feel the need to parse out. And there's only 12 minutes left in opposite days, so that's good.
Is that good?
Hard to say. It's 12 minutes left.
What's the opposite of 12?
negative 12? Or is it 0?
Or 24.
No, that would be double.
No, I'm still going for it. I'm just doing a mirror image.
Negative 12.
Which direction you're trying to go?
Oh, I see.
Is the opposite of 12 apples negative 12 apples? Or is it 0 apples? Like, is the opposite of 100 apples negative 100? Or is it 0 apples?
Oh, this is too far for me, Rob. That's too many numbers.
Joke's on you, I can't count.
This has gone too far. Thrayle, save us.
Falling to pieces, Thrayle. I think you might have to kick me out of here. Oh, he's back.
Hey, Captain Cook, can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, I'm 25.
And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
And have you read your Bible from beginning to end?
Yeah, most of it. Maybe not every single word, but most of it.
Do you believe the stories to be true and literal?
Yeah, unless they weren't written to be, such as like parables. Yeah, I would take it literal.
So like a 6-day creation, Adam and Eve is the first 2 humans. Those are true stories.
Yep.
Why do you believe that?
Because it's God's word, and God does not lie or deceive.
Fascinating. So, do you believe the Bible because you believe it is God?
Simply drawn to God, like John 6:44 says. I experienced it in my own life.
You experienced it in your own life. What do you mean by that?
I was drawn to God. It was made clear to me by Him that I was a sinner, in need of a Savior, and I accepted Him. I was saved.
What is sin?
Sin is transgressing God's law.
What is God's law?
Commands He's given to human beings, His creation.
Commands He has given. Where has He given those?
The 10 Commandments, the Mosaic Law, for example, the Law of Christ, couple different places.
How many laws are there?
Under Old or New Covenant.
Total.
Under New Covenant, there's technically 2, the Law of Christ, love your neighbors yourself and love the Lord your God. Under Old Covenant, I think it was like 633 specific commands. I could be wrong on that.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I got to go for a minute. I might be back later, guys.
Later, Sage.
Are you sure that under the quote unquote new covenant, there's only 2?
Yeah, the law of Christ. Jesus tells us that all of the law hangs on these 2 commands, which would be what I just stated.
So, what's the exact wording here in the passage? Like, what's the context? Like, who's he speaking to at this point in time?
In Matthew?
Yeah, where he talks about those 2 specific commands.
Yeah, let me pull it up. It should be in Matthew 5, I believe.
Yeah, and more specifically, what is it that he's responding to?
Let's see. Well, he's talking to his followers, like the Israelites who are still under the old covenant law.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there was a specific group of people who asked him a specific question.
Yeah, so the beginning of Matthew 5 says Jesus saw the crowds, right? So just generic there at that point. Is there a specific, like...
Are you just reading from the beginning of 5?
Yeah, Matthew.
Do you remember
5.
what you're... Do you remember what you're looking for?
I mean, I'm reading. I asked Hammy if he was talking about Matthew 5. I thought he said yes.
Do you remember the
wrong.
verse he asked about?
No, I don't know the specific verse. Was it the law of Christ or?
It's the one where he says, where he talks about those two specific commands.
Oh yeah, the law of Christ.
The law of Christ. Where is that written?
That would be Matthew 22, verse.
Okay, I thought you said Matthew 5.
Let's see, Matthew 22, verse 40. It says, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Right before that, he tells us what those two commandments are.
And the question Hammy was asking, what's he responding to?
The question that Hammy is asking, what is he responding to?
What is Jesus responding to?
He's responding to what the Pharisees had just asked him. Which is, teacher, which commandment in the law is the greatest? Hammy, you gone?
Hammy's
gone.
Oh, he's back.
He disappeared, but I found him.
Accidentally hit the home button and it kicked, and it was like, yeah, we're going to drop you out of TikTok altogether. And so I did.
Well, he's responding to the Pharisees.
So Jesus is responding to the Pharisees. And the question was, repeat that question.
Yeah, the question was, from the Pharisees, greatest. In the law.
Okay, so